Politicians aren't police. Police are the police. That's why they call them police.
There's a difference between performing and acting. I am a performer.
All forms are in. Every single American wishes that his or her mother were Aunt Jemima.
But my directing experience comes from sketch comedy, where we work as a group to be ridiculous and absurd and to make the audience laugh by any means necessary.
It all comes down to organ donors.
I'd like to think that I've translated my humor into the films that I've made for production classes. Jokes that are visual, in style, movement, and timing.
Give me a fucking money!
And directing people is easy, because they're my friends. I just tell them what to do and they don't question my methods.
You're hurting me a little.
But what if I had a real actor? A dramatic machine that's devoted its entire life, or at least its semester, to perform for me? Well, with the help of Judith Weston and our in-class exercises, I've tried my best to work with the actors to fuse comedy and emotion to direct one final, grand hoorah of a scene called A Date with Miss Massachusetts. My approach to comedic directing used to be based on gags. It was result directing, and it allowed me to avoid silly directing methods that led to characterization. In the monologues, my gag was Amanda's distance from the camera. Blocking can physicalize the inner life of the characters, illuminate the events of the scene, and add the texture of life.
Because I'm a really fun and efficient person, and a good listener, and I need another job.
It worked because the nature of the script forced the camera to stay stationary, and it added to the complexity of her funny character. I was the cameraman for the improv scene and thought that a good gag could be with the door slamming, making it like a slapstick sitcom. But this was an improv scene. The actors had to be candid, and if we made it too choreographed, made them hit too many marks, they'd be thinking too much about the technical side and slip up on the real story. I had some trouble with the master scene weekly meeting. I kept looking through the script thinking, where are the jokes? I need to amp up the craziness.
I'm getting married.
Judith Weston says that some actors like to find objects, physical business that helps them with their characterization. So I gave Jess a plate of fries instead of the scripted cigarette, which turned out to be hilarious. But when we watched it in class, people only focused on that, and not the drama of the scene, which turns out wasn't supposed to be that funny after all. Comedy, like drama, is best achieved when actors concern themselves with moment-by-moment reality rather than the effect. If the situation is funny, playing with it straight, connecting with it as simply and honestly as possible often makes it funnier. The Miss Massachusetts script didn't need any joke hunting. It was all there. So my job was to understand the characters in relation to the script, to make it truly real. So I cut out everything that would slip me up. No big camera movements, just shot, reverse shot, and a master to cut to give the actors center stage. Casting was unconventional. Design was minimal, just a black box theater that would match the absurdity of the script. I let the actors decide what the characters would wear for the most part, and I gave them the essential props. And after a bit of rehearsing, I let the camera roll. But before I go into specifics, you gotta see the final product.
Can't believe you agreed to go on a date with me, Miss Massachusetts.
You can call me my first name, really.
No. So, what did you think of my letters? Good? Not good? Bad?
Well, let's just say after the last one, I felt compelled to meet you.
Well, I figured after 1 or 2 or 8, that would get your attention. And I could have gotten your email off of the MIT student directory, but I figured that'd be a little too stalkerish. Bread?
No thanks. So where did you find my regular address?
I followed your roommate around for a little bit.
So, how's everything going here? Say, you are Miss Massachusetts.
I am.
Why didn't you say anything last time you were in?
Well, I wasn't Miss Massachusetts then.
Oh. But now you are forever, or how does that work?
At least for a year.
And she went to MIT.
Well, a smart one too. Hang on to her. And don't worry about the check. Miss Massachusetts eats for free.
He didn't take our order or anything.
So perceptive. I love your crown. You know, I was a little nervous about going on a date with someone who went to MIT. I mean, I went to, well, I guess I just needed a little more time.
Oh, well, I was scared when I read you went to Harvard, so.
Community College of Harvard, Mass. Class of 2007. If I'm lucky.
Oh.
Don't worry. I did a lot of studying before our date so that we could have big people talk. Force equals mass times acceleration.
I'm an English major.
At MIT.
Yes.
They have that there?
Yes?
Oh. Well, I did read To Kill a Mockingbird once, sort of.
So did I.
Do you want to talk about it?
Apologies. I got so caught up in her beauty that I forgot to take your drink order.
I'll have a water with lemon.
I knew it. Very Miss Massachusetts meets MIT of you. And for you, sir?
Oh, I'll have a hot chocolate.
Say, when is the Miss America pageant anyway?
It was a couple weeks ago.
Wait, did that already happen?
Yeah.
Did you win?
Yeah, did you win?
No.
I'll get your drinks.
You should have told me.
If I told you, you would have left.
I must say this is a bit of a turnoff. And slightly dishonest. I mean, the crown and the sash and the dress would imply that you're a winner.
I did win! I won Miss Massachusetts, goddammit!
Well, that's just not the same, is it? I've changed now. I'm much more mature. And I'm sorry. But hey. Do you know Miss America's address?
Oh,
Or
God!
her roommate?
Oh. Waiter, you forgot my lemon?
Did I?
You know, I think I'm gonna go.
Fine, go. See if I care.
I'm sorry.
Oh my God. Really? Waiter, can you take my order, please?
I don't know, Miss Whatever. Can I?
We rehearsed the scene so that we could run it all the way through and have something to cut to. Weston says that when rehearsing, notes shouldn't be given all at once, but in beats. After we ran it a few times, we understood the major beats, but we also started to physically understand the characters, and how the actors' natural instinctive movements are supported by the beats in the script. I then began to layer my direction on top of their characterization. For example, when she finds out that he doesn't go to Harvard, her expression must carry the weight of losing Miss America, beyond just losing her idea of a real Harvard guy. We worked on this major characterization on the master take, so when we switched camera angles, we worked on individual lines. This is where Weston's tips really worked for me. I used the as-if style, but for the purpose of making the joke really hit. Play this as if you want to impress the pageant judges, but you just don't know the answer.
At least for a year.
As if you know hot chocolate is the sexiest drink order.
I'll have a hot chocolate.
We also changed some lines. Keep those fingers crossed turned into a stage direction.
If I'm lucky.
And we made the waiter more malicious than sassy.
Forgot my lemon?
Did I?
Using Weston's term, language of permission, I said, it's okay for you to completely lose your temper.
God damn it!
When we got into the character's psyche, the jokes worked, because we created the greater feeling of the scene. Now the next step is taking it out of the incubator. Can I direct once I'm shooting on location? When I have to deal with dolly movements, lenses, f-stops, focal lengths, lighting, crew, stuntmen, craft services? Experience will teach me, but at least this scene shows that with a good script and outstanding actors, it is possible to uncover the true essence of comedy, and make something that's real and funny.